This week on Taste Utah, you're riding shotgun on our most southern Utah adventure yet. We're in Kanab. Kanab is known for its grandeur, its accessibility to some serious red rock wonders of the world, and it's even affectionately dubbed Little Hollywood for all the movies that film in rural Utah. It's not a bad resume. And, spoiler alert, it's also quickly becoming one of Utah's hottest, do not miss dining destinations. We visit Peekaboo Canyon Wood-Fired Kitchen, where the spirit of this meat-free restaurant is expressed by elevating comfort food while still satisfying any appetite. Don't even get me started on that carrot cake. And then onto Wildtime Cafe in Victoria Cooper's vision to relocate close to the splendor of a national park and offer a food experience equally as nourishing for the body and the soul as the breathtaking views. Taste Utah is more than your typical food show. It's about local flavor, from roots through authentically Utah restaurants. It's the people and the places that make Utah a dining destination. There's so much soil and earth to uncover and still so many great Utah restaurants to savor. We bring you the stories and we spread the love. The best thing about Utah, the views along the way, they're not bad either. We're not afraid to get our hands just a little dirty. Food is a necessity, and it's how we create it and share it and experience it together that truly shapes our community. Whether you're choosing to dine in our dining rooms, order to go, or get delivery, you always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah? We're in southern Utah. We're in the heart of Kanab. I'm taking you to Peekaboo Canyon Wood-Fired Kitchen, where they're crafting artisan, vegan, and vegetarian experiences to expand your palates. Are you ready to meet owner Francis and talk about all of the intentionality behind this amazing restaurant? Let's do it.
Hi. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm so thrilled to be here.
We're so glad to have you. Francis is waiting for you. Come on in.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Harley was so wonderful to lead me back here and to be able to have this beautiful array of culinary delights in front of us, but also just to be able to meet you. You're one of 4 owners of Peekaboo, is that correct?
Yes, 4 partners, 2 couples, Gregory and Julie Castle, and my wife Sylva and me.
Wonderful.
And we are also deeply involved in Best Friends. So Gregory, Sylva, and I are co-founders of Best Friends, and Julie is currently the CEO of Best Friends.
Wow.
We have a spectacular sanctuary on a 3,000-acre reserve. There are 1,700 dogs, cats, horses, farm animals, injured wild birds. And that is the heart of Best Friends Animal Society, which is a national organization committed to ending shelter killing of dogs and cats in the country by 2025. We got into this really to bring something new to the community, and to also create an opportunity and to introduce Southern Utah to vegetarian and vegan food, which, as animal advocates and animal lovers, that's dear to our heart. And it's a great place to get together, and we love the vibe. We really are dedicated to food. We have a great staff, and I think you're going to enjoy what...
Yes, will you tell me what we have in front of us?
Sure, so that's the hoodoo with hatch chili peppers.
Ooh, it's mac and cheese.
This is the juniper.
Juniper.
And that is basically a caprese salad.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And it is delicious. And I have my grand here, made with the Impossible Burger.
Oh, I love that. So, of course, a vegetarian vegan kitchen, so you're doing burgers, but you're doing it with the Impossible Burger.
It can be done vegan or vegetarian, so this has cheese on it, but it has aioli sauce, but it can be done vegan. And also we have gluten-free buns and gluten-free pizza, so there are a lot of options for people.
It seems like this is a very inclusive kind of concept where there's something for everyone. And if you have never really sampled vegetarian or vegan cuisine, you can come here and there are so many things that are familiar, but with just a little tweak.
And absolutely having these kind of different options, but also really quality tastes.
Yeah.
So the Impossible Burger and the way it's prepared is just spectacular. So if, I tell guests, look, try it. If you don't like it, it's on the house. So,
That's amazing.
So, and it really is delicious. And then, of course, our pizzas, and we pride ourselves on those because I'm a New York Italian.
Okay, so you're laying it down. You know what you're talking about.
So I know what I'm talking about, and I, wanted to have that opportunity to have really great pizza in the town I live in and love. And so we have a wood-fired oven there.
Okay.
And this one just happened to come from Brooklyn. That's not where they make them, but I got this one.
Nice.
It kind of fits in a funky kind of way in this great little town, because Kanab is a beautiful little town. And part of our motivation in opening the restaurant was to help energize the community in the downtown, with things for people to do, and so things weren't simply homogenized, something you might find just anywhere. So in addition to being able to accommodate our guests from best friends and our staff, we wanted to introduce the community to vegetarian and vegan food, but also quality food.
How long have you been here?
We opened on Labor Day of 2016.
Okay.
So just over 5 years.
That's amazing. And I mean, last year was rough for everyone, but survived the pandemic and...
But it's not easy, and it's still not easy. We're still working through that, and staffing is a challenge for restaurants everywhere. But it's exciting, and it's been incredibly productive and really worth that kind of going through the fire with all that. We came out better and stronger.
People who really love to serve, I mean, those are people who, it's the salt of the earth that work in the service industry, because they really do love to serve people. But they were kind of told that their jobs were a little disposable, and that's terrifying. So people are re-entering the workforce maybe delicately with like 1 foot out in and 1 foot out to see what will be.
Well, knock on this lovely wood.
Yes.
We are doing, we have a good staff, and we've managed to hold that together. In this past year, Kanab became something of a Zoom town. So as people were traveling around and doing their work remotely, camping, going from community to community, Kanab was discovered, and it's still being discovered. But the thing is that there's so much to discover because there's so much spectacular beauty here.
Yes. I really do feel like Kanab has been like Utah's best kept secret, and so for those locals who know, it's a dining destination. I mean, the food here is fantastic. And people would ask me, like, Katy, if you're gonna go celebrate and treat yourself, like where do you go out? And I would tell people, it's gonna sound strange, but I drive to Kanab to go to the restaurants down there because they're so wonderful.
Yeah, and if you want to do the parks, we're equidistant from the Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce, Lake Powell. We're in the middle of all of it. And that's why they call it the Grand Circle.
This has just been so phenomenal to sit and chat with you and to know you and to know your partners and really to like be engulfed in like the spirit of who you all are. It really is super special. I love to go into the heart of the restaurant, which I feel like is the kitchen. Could I go and make something with the chef?
For sure.
Okay, awesome. This is delicious, by the way.
Excellent.
I just had the most fabulous conversation with Francis. He's owner, a co-owner, and then you are general manager, chef.
General manager, chef, yep.
That is so fun. I feel like a wood fire oven is always the heart of any kitchen. It's just so glorious. And this is beautiful with all of the stonework. Yeah, it's gorgeous. This is not only a wood fire kitchen though, is that correct?
That's correct. Okay. It's also a gas. So we started with the gas.
Okay.
And then once it's heated up to about 300 degrees, then we can ignite the wood.
We'd be remiss if we came all the way down here and didn't make a pizza, right?
Sure, that's right.
Okay,
yeah, so let's do that.
So we're making pizza.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw a little piece of oak in there.
Okay.
Just
nice.
Get that in there. Let's clean that up.
Oh, I love it. I mean, you keep it very, very clean and tidy in there.
And tight, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So we're going to make a Peekaboo pear pizza, which is one of the popular ones.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with a 9.5 ounce dough.
Okay.
We make the dough in-house with
Make
a
it
double
in-house.
zero, 4 ingredients, flour, water, yeast, and salt.
I've learned so much about pizza on all of my years of the show, and everyone has such a different and unique way to make their pizzas.
Yeah.
And not one pizza joint that I've ever been to is exactly the same as another one.
All right, so we got that stretched out, and we do. We have 2 sizes. We have a 8-inch
Okay.
for lunch.
Okay.
Lunch special, and then we do a 12-inch for the rest of our pizzas.
Love it.
And that makes a 12-inch pizza. So, and we're gonna do the Peekaboo pear, which
Okay.
is olive oil is the base.
Oh, wonderful. It's a
then we
beautiful
got-
quality olive oil as well.
It is, yep. And then we have fresh sage, and then we have an herb garden out front, and
Okay.
we pick that and do our
So
own
this is
sage.
from your garden?
This is from our garden.
That's
yep.
wonderful.
And then we have some pears.
Okay.
We're just gonna,
Lovely sliced pears.
and then we're gonna make this a vegan pizza, so we're gonna use a vegan cheese.
Okay. So this is completely vegan.
This will be completely vegan.
Wow.
And we're just gonna put a little flour on there and slide that in,
Love it.
and it takes about 2 to 3 minutes.
So now just looking to get a little bit of
A little bit more
color
brown.
on the
Yeah.
crust.
Mhm.
The leopard spots are you don't want the bottom to cook anymore, so you're elevating it away, but
Yeah.
you're taking the places that you want to cook closer to the fire.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so smart. It's
And that
people
looks
just
very
have
good.
no idea how much work goes into that.
It's,
you know?
it's definitely a science.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this.
Okay. Oh, that is a legit pizza cutter. And listen to that crust,
the
like
crunch.
crunching.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what we're
it.
looking for.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the clockwork of this, it's like you've done it a time or two, right?
A couple times, yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Finish it
Top
with
it with
fresh
arugula.
arugula. It's not going in the oven.
Nope. And then some toasted pumpkin
Ooh.
seeds, and then our house-made champagne vinaigrette.
Oh, yum. So that is almost like a sauce.
There
like
you
that
go,
does
yep.
it. That does it for me for sure.
Exactly.
Matthew, this has just been such a nourishing experience to learn about the motivation behind this beautiful restaurant. Has just been inspiring, and like I feel so appreciative of all of the things you're doing so that we can come down here and enjoy the landscape and then also enjoy the culinary landscape in such a decadent and also honest way.
Great, and we're happy you came here so
Oh
we
my
can
gosh.
show this off.
Taste Utah cares about the health and wellness of our hospitality family. And as a reminder, health insurance is available for you and your family, including medical, dental, vision, life, disability, and Medicare coverage. Learn more by visiting www.hospitality-health.com/URA.
We're in southern Utah. We're in Kanab. I'm taking you to Wildtime Cafe. We're gonna sit down with owner Victoria Cooper. They're doing amazing, delicious artisan-style menu items, and they're actually growing their own garden. Let's go talk about all of the things that we can at Wildtime. Victoria, I presume?
Hi there, Katie. So good to see you. I'm glad you made it all the way from Salt Lake to Kanab.
This place is so beautiful. It smells amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to sit down with you and just talk about your menu, the name, everything that's happening here.
Fabulous. Come in. We have some great food. Our chef has been cooking up all morning just for you.
Yay!
Come this way.
Thank you. This is a beautiful spread that you have in front of us.
We have a fabulous chef.
Okay.
He knows how to cook. He knows how to deal with all sorts of flavors and combinations. So
It smells
yeah.
amazing. Will you tell us what we have in front of us?
Of course. So you have the sesame tofu.
Okay.
It's got a miso ginger glaze.
Yum.
We've also got fresh spinach and some fresh asparagus. It's just lightly steamed.
Okay.
And that is a coconut rice. So it'll taste a little bit different than rice that just plain white rice. But it's the flavors meld together beautifully. Yeah, you'll
Yum.
love that.
Okay, I'm gonna dive right in.
So that is our ribs.
Yeah.
Our #1 seller. People are crazy for the ribs.
Yeah,
And it's got
I
a
can
mustard
imagine.
glaze, it's got nice little asparagus on the side, and then it's got our rosemary smashed potatoes underneath.
And then what do you have in front of you?
Okay, so this is our salmon, and it's fabulous. It just it's nicely cooked. We season it with just some nice light pepper.
Okay.
And then this is our red pepper cream sauce. So we have roasted red peppers, and then we blend it with cream and some spices.
Okay.
Again, we use the coconut rice, and then this is our house-made pico, which just has some tomatoes, red peppers, onion, and some cilantro, and sometimes some parsley, which we also grow in our garden.
Yeah.
So that's our claim to fame, is we have lovely things in our garden.
How long can you grow down here?
Well, the cold crops will go into until the ground freezes.
Okay.
So that will be the beets, and sometimes the chard, and the beet greens, which you can use in salads. And so, it'll go for a while.
I have to start by asking you the name Wildtime Cafe. It's really cute, but what inspired it?
We just thought wild thyme because you see our little horses outside?
No, super cute.
Okay, and then that is thyme that they're chewing on. So we have a gardener, and that's what she planted out there. We just thought, it'll be thyme, since we have a garden, we want to emphasize that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Herbs and so I just came up with that.
When you come to sort of an area that's known for national parks or for hiking or for just being able to relax, you're always looking for a good time. You're always looking for something that can be fun and exciting. And so then to know that there's a restaurant called Wildtime, like, okay, I want to go there. Maybe I'll have a good time. And then it's also plain ingredients. So you're telling people not only do we care about our experience, we care about our ingredients, we care about our customers. It's really fun. The dining scene in Kanab is just elevated, and it's restaurants like yours. You're growing fresh ingredients. I mean, that's pretty extraordinary.
Well, it started actually when I opened Rocking Bee, and that was back 20 years ago.
The Rocking Bee Cafe.
Yes, I wanted to serve the kind of food that I like to eat,
Yeah.
and that was due to my experience in the national parks.
Okay.
20 years ago, I was working up there in Yellowstone Glacier National Parks, and I was working on a grizzly bear documentary.
Okay.
And so about every 3 days, we would get tired of the food we could get in
Right.
the national parks. We would leave, go to Missoula or Bozeman or whatever, where there was a good restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
And have a good meal. And I thought, after I leave television, I'm going to a small town near a national park, and I'm opening a restaurant that serves the kind of food that I would eat. So I did. Yeah.
There's just a lot of kind of fun, hip, buzzy, vibey restaurants and food offerings.
It's
around here.
becoming a foodie town because we have so many offerings and really nice food here.
What I love is that it's not as crowded.
And if you're vegan, you can eat here. If you're vegetarian, you can eat here. If you're gluten-free, you can eat here. And you'll get something fresh out the garden, which is 50 feet away.
The garden is just right next
It's
door,
right
which
there.
is so fun.
It is fabulous. We can go take a look if you
I
want.
would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Let's do it.
Okay, so Katie, we do have some veggies still growing. So,
Okay.
So down here you see the kale.
Yeah.
And it's still doing well.
Okay.
And then we have some, ooh, look at that. We've got some chard, we've got some beet greens in here.
I love that you just went right for it. I mean, this is a pretty fabulous garden. You were saying, it's just in the parking lot, and it really is
It is.
the restaurant is just right there.
Right there,
You just walk
50 feet.
across. You walk across the parking lot, and you have all of these beautiful beds and rows. You've got tomatoes. I mean, you have a ton of tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the season has just turned. So
Yes.
it's hot today, but it was freezing a couple of days
Yes,
ago.
so sad.
When we stepped into the garden, I could literally hear your heart breaking.
But
Yeah.
there's still, look at how
Yeah,
lovely
so
it still
vibrant.
is. Yeah, and so when you get this, we take this in, we put it on the plate. I mean, can you imagine
Yeah.
how many restaurants you get where it just barely came out of the garden?
Yeah.
If people are concerned about their health and well-being, all the vitamins that are running in there right now, they're still alive.
Yes,
And so that's so good for you.
There's literally nothing better than that crisp crunch that's full of moisture and rich nutrients from a leaf that has literally just been harvested out of the ground.
Right. If I'm ever feeling under the weather, I come out here, pick this, and I feel better, I think, by that night.
I mean,
maybe it's just
yeah.
the idea of being out here picking, but it's
well
so
said.
lovely.
I tell you, the dirt on those leaves, I think, is blessed, and I just say it's a little nature's salt and pepper. I don't mind getting a little dirt in my hands. I don't mind getting a little dirt on my teeth. Victoria, it's wonderful what you're doing here, and it's
Thank
so
you.
special. I can tell
It
you
is.
do have a love and a care, not just for the plants, not just for the restaurant, but for the people. You're a community leader, and you really are creating the space for people who want to take care of themselves and want to take care of each other to come and be together. It's a gathering spot. It's really beautiful.
It is. It's so lovely, and thank you for noticing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would love to pop back into the kitchen with the chef.
Let's go.
Should I take this
We'll
with
take
me?
this with you
Yeah?
and have him wash it and put this on your plate.
Let's do it. Okay,
You'll
awesome.
love it.
Chef Dan, I just brought in this lovely bouquet of goodness because you have all of this great product from the garden to work with.
Right.
That's so cool.
I know.
I bet as a chef it feels awesome to have that.
It does.
support.
It
Yeah.
does. I go out there every day and I pick. It's great.
That's amazing. Chef, what are you going to make for us?
I'm gonna make you a Cajun trout with
Yum.
Cajun rice and a lemon dill sauce.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
All right. Well, first, take the trout.
A little trout fillet. Where are you getting your trout from?
We get it from Idaho.
Oh, wonderful.
Then we just season it generously.
Okay, and you're putting it meat side down, skin side up.
We do. That way we can mark it and make it look nice and pretty.
Love it.
Yeah.
And then what comes with the trout?
It gets a lemon dill sauce
Okay.
and a Cajun rice. It's starting to get marked.
Okay, yep, I noticed that you just did kind of like a quarter of a turn there.
Yeah, it's a little quarter turn.
We've got sauce going down.
We got the sauce, then we got the Cajun fried rice.
Beautiful. Looks like you got some corn in there that actually has been
Corn, some
grilled on the grill.
eggs, some tomatoes, some onion.
Gorgeous. Beautiful grill marks.
This for you, a little asparagus, a little sweet pepper pico we got right here.
Beautiful.
Just a touch of cucumber salsa.
I mean, you can tell that all of that is so fresh, it's so crisp.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it's got
Chef,
capers in there. It all marries together really well.
I love it. Well, this has just been such a fun experience. It is so buzzy and vibrant back in this kitchen, and your experience, who you are, the food you're putting out on the plate, I mean, it's just so magnificent. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna
Take
go
that.
manja, can I?
You can.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
Thank you
sneaking
so
around
much.
the corner. Thanks, Chef.
Have a good one.